We're live at Palm Street Studios. This is your boy Hash in conversation with
Aktu el Shabaaz
on an interesting little moment at an album that just dropped. But come on, I don't like to start at the present. A lot begins in the past. So how did you get into this music stuff?
Getting into music?
Not even getting to music, but when did you find yourself enjoying the music more than anything else in your surroundings?
Okay, so enjoying music, like just being like, wow, this is something that's like forefront for my life. That would be like kid age, like intros, like childhood, like, like back in the 90s when they had like real like intros, like, what I mean? Like Drake's American Dragon, like, what I mean? Like real intros, and they had like interesting shit. Like it'd be like a rap, like What's New Scooby-Doo with like the Simple Plan and stuff. You know what I mean? I was like, hey, cause I was always watching cartoons. I was a ESL. I speak a Creole. Right, so I had to learn a lot of shit through like just watching TV, and like just the captivating, having that first like, okay, this is dope, this is a crazy thing, and that would bring me in. I'd be like, I don't like this show because of the intro. Oh, I like this show because this music really fucking fits to me. And then making music, as far as making music, that was around like 16, 17, when you start like smoking weed with your friends and start going outside. We listened to everything because like you're outside, I was skateboarding, I was playing football, you're always doing stuff. You listen to everything, and then eventually it gets to a point with your boys, you're just like, you're smoking weed. You're like, what do we listen to? What do we put on? And then you're like, no, we have nothing to put on. And I was like, so should we just like, you put on Shook One's instrumental. Let's all freestyle. You're actually pretty good.
As that crazy key comes in.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You put on the 93 till infinity with that saxophone hits, you know what I mean? 100%. And then you're just like, yo, hold up. These freestyles are actually starting to sound pretty good.
100%. It always does start with a freestyle,
It always starts with, oh my God, the 10 hour on YouTube.
Absolutely. I don't know, but even like those early days of just stumbling with the boys and just kind of like,
that's what it is.
Learning.
That's what it is. And you're just like, oh, I kind of like this.
The beat at the right time. 100%.
100%.
It's too much fun to it.
It's too much fun.
And like in my generation, at least, like we had just had like the YouTube beats of everything,
Oh, 100%.
And so being able to be like, yo.
Well, it was Lil Wayne, right? With his mixtapes. Because like somebody would drop an album with a hot fucking song.
1,000%.
And then Lil Wayne next week would be like, yo, I can do better on that song.
Absolutely.
Jay-Z, let me get on that track.
1,000%.
You know what I mean? And he was like, oh, if Lil Wayne can do it, like, yo, let me see. And then SoundCloud. SoundCloud, thank God, shout out for that. I mean, nobody really like uses that no much anymore.
I think it does the numbers it does.
Is it still alive?
EDM crowd likes
it.
But otherwise,
I think for
like,
remixes.
For what it was during like the XXX
Uzi
run,
it created artists.
Absolutely.
It launched so many
100%.
careers,
the hottest platform on earth for a minute.
Oh my God. So so shout outs for SoundCloud, and being able to put anything like the freestyles or remixes or whatever, just throwing it on there without copyright infringement and stuff. Like that was like dope. And then you have your friends, you go into school on Monday, you're like, yo, like you freestyle
100%,
such and
100%.
such. So like that's where the music, that's where it really
I also
was.
remember like just waiting for certain instrumentals to drop.
Oh my God. Jay Electronica every time.
Oh,
every time a Jay Electronica track comes out, 100%. You're like, oh my God.
I feel Ask Off dropped.
Oh yeah.
And then people I remember the homies are just like every hour searching the instrumental.
Yo, you remember when Rick Ross dropped Hustlin'?
No, that would have been before my time, low key. Tell me about it.
Any Jadakiss?
Yeah, absolutely.
Any Jadakiss fucking freestyle. Any MF Doom, any Jay Dilla.
And yo, shout out MF Doom. Yo, I think you got a ring with it respectfully.
We got Doom tatted on. I got Doom everywhere.
Legend.
Yo, you see that IDK? IDK just dropped a... Yo, okay, so there's an artist out here. I'm going to take it for a second. There's an artist out there called IDK. He's like known but not really known. This guy, like... I don't know where he's getting it, but he must have worked with Doom for like a few years before he passed.
Shit,
he just dropped. Every time he drops, he's dropping a new Doom verse on every album he has. I worked with Doom. I got a Doom verse. So every time,
that's crazy. That's a crazy.
That's
appreciate that.
You know what I mean?
Also, I'm gonna have to check this out ASAP. That sounds fascinating.
He's insane. He's insane.
Again, just the quality, the kind of thought process. Like we're gonna be chatting about an album soon, but like the pure kind of like harmonious totality of each of those Doom projects.
That's what I chase. Like when
absolutely.
I make an album, like that's what because like Doom made music for people that want to sit down.
That
like don't get me
accordion,
wrong. Oh my God,
the verse is crazy.
Fancy Clown, are you kidding me? Beef rap, his whole repertoire. Like Doom did it right. Doom did it right. I don't want none of the fame. I don't want, and that's really where I'm at. I'm like, I don't want none of the fame. I want the money. I want to buy a private island. Every time I get into the booth, people are like, he's a god, but I'm not in the booth lot.
100%.
And then just like dip. You know what I mean? Enjoy your life. Put a mask on your face. It's just the music, 100%. And just enjoy the shit.
I think he was just so ahead of his time in so many ways, to be honest.
Just as an artist.
Yeah. And just the amount of, honestly, we'll get back to the instrumental conversation and maybe we'll continue on after that. Yo, he would just release all the instrumentals.
That was it. He dropped the tape and he dropped the instrumentals.
Streaming shit. I remember on every pirate site I've ever been at, just all of it available.
Everywhere.
And just mastered, critiqued, and perfected to a way that I think all of us try to strive for, you know?
Well, that's what real artistry is to me. I think it's just about not so much chasing how great of music I can be, but how great of a musician I can be, right? You look at Damian Marley, you know what I mean? It's not like he's dropping a crazy fucking song all the fucking time. But if Damian Marley walks into a room, you people listen, you know what I mean? He's a respected artist among artists. He's your 100%. Artist's favorite artist.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Some Andre shit, no, 1000%.
That's where I wanted to be. That's as far as an artist, I was I don't care. Don't get me wrong, fans and the real core people that like music, I love that shit. But the general fan base, it's so fickle. Yeah. It's I like this noise, I like this noise, I like 100%. This noise, I like this noise. But when you have an artist, somebody that's actively putting out music, stop and be like, yo, I like the sound that you're making, 100%. Even though I'm making sound myself. That's more special to me. Yeah, because that's linking audio with artists.
And it's also when my A-list artists fuck with some of the greats, you know. It also clues me into the skill level that's at play.
That's exactly it.
Damn it, this motherfucker respect. I mean,
Jay Dilla. Yeah, you look absolutely. At Jay Dilla, and he was there was you go deep and you realize there was all that '90s hip hop I like. There was none of that without him. There was not. He made all the beats,
but the cleanest breaks of the rest of it.
Cleanest breaks,
even to the Jay Dilla children. In the tree that pops
up. He passed, and he's still to this day he's still as influential as he has been when he is live. That's what a real musician is, and that's not just with rap. That's you gotta have the Ella Fitzgerald, you gotta have the Whitney Houstons, you know, people that are just look at Michael. Every motherfucker, even rap is I want to be Michael Jackson. I want to be Michael Jackson. He was an artist. You know what's
so crazy though? I was thinking about this the other day. He replaced the dream to be a rock star.
Oh, he was
100%. These kids grew up wanting to be rock.
Everybody wanted to be Nirvana, Metallica. They wanted to be the Foo. They wanted, and then he was this is what star. I'm a star. Yeah, you know what I mean? That he wasn't and that's what musicians really because I want to be able to drop an EDM tape 100%. And still be yo, this is amazing. I want to drop Bulgarian folk music 100%. And still be every music thing this kid touches is elite. Absolutely. It's not just rap. Michael.
But I think it's that malleability is that's, I don't know, that unlocks so many different paths, sounds.
Oh, 100%.
It makes it so you're not just so narrow-minded about the craft, what it is. Just
I'm classically trained. You know? I didn't start with rap. Yeah. So alto sax, violin, piano, and jazz drum. That's what I took through middle school, high school, and learning after. I was always musically inclined, and I like that stuff. And don't get me wrong, I love hearing different except for country. I don't fuck with country.
Interesting.
Nah, I just can't do it. I just bluegrass, folk.
There's some
country
pop,
outside of Reba McEntire in intro for that Reba show. That's the only thing that I can fuck with. Outside of that, I just can't stand. I can't stand it. But everything else,
I like my white boy country from the 80s.
But that's when it was.
But it's more folk music. And
that's when they were Tim McGraw. Are you kidding me? He was a country star.
Absolutely.
What we have now, we got a Beyonce tape and
100%.
Taylor Swift is country.
This is fucking disturbing.
There's too many genres. There's too many subgenres.
The modern fan got access to every genre on earth, though.
And people need to understand, as an artist, that's amazing because you're I want to be able to make music and have all the music in me. But as a consumer, that's too much.
Yeah.
The consumer doesn't know.
100%.
The consumer is told what to eat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But the consumer is also not just here anymore. It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. It is everywhere.
Shit. We were probably looking through your chart, and it's gonna be some fascinating fucking country.
My charts right now are very interesting because although I love Vancouver, Vancouver, Canada, and I make my music out here. I got mad ADD, so I come out here. There's not much going on. I can make music, go outside, and be I'm bored. Go back inside, make some more music. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I love it out here as much as I do. but I don't get played out here, and I don't mind because
Absolutely.
this is a city where people need to be made,
100%.
and then they come to the crowd, right?
True too.
But like, this isn't a if they build it they will come situation.
Yeah.
This is like my plays right now are like,
You'll be on that fucking soapbox preaching basically.
oh dude, 900
don't come like that no more.
Last 7 days 980 streams in the United States.
Yep.
70 streams in Bolivia.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
France,
Shout out
Bolivia.
Russia,
Yep.
Colombia.
Big shout outs.
Like 400 in Canada.
100%.
400 in Canada. So like that's where I'm just like, okay, I make music for people that want
Absolutely.
music. I don't make music for my city.
100%.
I make music for people that are global.
We're in this kind of crazy lane where we actually are finally able to go global, you know?
We are, but I've noticed
Yeah.
the problem with this city is when
Yeah.
people get big, they want to distance themselves from Canada.
I would too. You know why? There's no population here, bruh.
There's no population
no way
here, but
for
there's
us
people
to-
here still.
You can find super fans here, maybe, whatever that's weird term means these
Oh
days.
no, 100%.
But like, what I'm trying to get at is like, that,
there's
like,
no money.
That too. That's very true out here.
There's no money in
Yeah.
music. It's love. The music out here is for love.
But it also like enables all of the artists that are out here to be able to find people outside of their shit to fucking make it so that this place is beautiful to make music, not really
it's
market
not the
it.
Yeah,
not
exactly.
To market it, you know?
And that's the problem I've noticed with a lot of artists out here is they want to become Canada big.
Yeah.
They want to be like, yo, I'm top. Like,
Yeah.
like don't get me wrong, but like we got like Snack, Evil Ebenezer, we got all those guys, and they're doing their thing. But like they're like I'm gonna do my Kootenays tour. I'm gonna go up to Kamloops, Prince George, go to Montreal, and do the Canada tour 40 times in the next 20 years, and that's what I do. And then I'm just like, but like, what about the artists that are down in the States? What are like, you don't have to. Sure, you can't tour down there, but you can put them on a tape. You can
100%.
feature with these boys.
Absolutely.
There's some really good people down there. Chris Crack. We got Real Laws from Coast Contra. We got Doppelgangers. We got fucking Traffic from Kendrick's camp. Like there's people, they want to work. They don't care about where you are. They just like, can you pay me?
Absolutely.
Can you give me some good music?
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's
Facts.
really like, that's the thing that I think can break out Canada. One, when you make it from here, keep it like I'm from Canada.
Yeah.
Don't say, oh, I'm from Toronto, or you know, like say where you're from. If you're from Prince George, rep Prince George.
Absolutely.
I don't care if you're from Victoria, rep
1000%,
Victoria. That's the one
1000%.
thing that you can do. And then the second thing that they can do is just for real, like start incorporating other artists outside of
100%.
Canada on their projects. That's how you break out.
Yep.
That's how you break out. This tape could have been an amazing tape for Canada. I could have made a Canada bop.
Absolutely.
But like, no, I try to make a tape that like, okay, I got people in Chicago. Who's in Chicago? That's good. Okay, I got people in St. Louis. Who's in St. Louis? That's good. You know what I mean? I got Brian 808, the boy's from fucking Mexico. He's rapping all Spanish in his verse.
Fuck, yeah.
I don't know what the fuck he's saying. It's bop. It's a
Absolutely.
fire. Everything he
Bonkers.
said on it,
Yeah.
I loved. I was like, yeah, I'll
100%.
fuck with this shit. And so you like work with people.
Shit translates itself.
That's
Yeah,
exactly.
absolutely.
Music is language. You know what I mean?
100%.
Don't encapsulate yourself in Vancouver. Vancouver's very
100%.
easy to pop in.
Absolutely.
You can make it very easy here,
100%.
but don't make that your ceiling. Don't do the streaming if you're a rapper. Don't be trying to become a streamer. People like the mysterious. People like the mystique of their
Absolutely.
artists.
100%.
Because let's be real, since Kanye, people don't really want to know everything that's on an artist's mind.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Even in the streaming era to a certain extent.
Exactly. Like some
So-
people are just like, I like
Yeah.
your music. I don't like anything else you have to say.
100%.
Just please make more music.
Just focus up on that.
Just focus on your
and
music.
I think again, like it's interesting though because like we're seeing so many artists, their content is just their day in the lives. You feel me?
I can't do that.
Absolutely.
I like.
agree.
I know it
because
gets.
you're right because it kills that mysterious aspect.
Why-
if
why
I know
do- why
everything
want me to
about
what
you,
you eat for
what else is there
breakfast?
to invest into you? You know?
What's the new album gonna be? Oh, I already know you broke up with your girl. I already know you crashed your car.
Yeah.
I already know all this. So you're just gonna make it rhyme.
Absolutely. Yeah. 1000%. But also hard 808s, maybe. Sometimes that's enough. But
Sometimes
no,
it's enough.
I feel that though because
But
then
like
it's
that's
just
the
like
thing. You can't be too accessible.
yeah,
Don't
absolutely.
do 40 shows a year in
no,
your
but
town.
specifically on this show phenomenon, especially here, when
It's
you have
hard.
like 5 venues that'll host you out,
Especially-
and,
yeah.
each of these event nights is every single week.
Every
How
week.
many weeks are you gonna do this in a row?
They were
before,
doing what
like,
was it, Melodic Mondays at Fortune?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For a while there, and that was like for like 2 years. And I was like, that's a great thing. And then you're just like, okay, but then you got the same artist on the same bill the next week, and then the next week, and then the next week, and then the next week. Do you really think these, like, you're an artist?
And
You can
where a lot of the crowd is kind of based on these individual artists and the people they fuck with and the people that'll come to the shows because of them. How many times are you gonna rinse and repeat your friends and that kind of stuff?
Do you really want to be selling to you? It's kind of like a pyramid scheme. Absolutely. You know what I mean? When you get into a business and you're just like, I gotta sell chocolates. You know what I mean? The first people you talk to is like mom, dad, cousins, sisters.
Absolutely.
Who can you love me? Yeah. Do you love what I sell? You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
How often, how many years, how many times a year is that really gonna last?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? They don't want to hear the song that you like. Okay, sure, it's a good song.
1,000%.
They watched you write it.
100%.
You came downstairs and you're like, I'm excited. I love this song. Like I wrote this song.
I like the word you used initially. You called it saturation.
It's oversaturation.
Like how much are you gonna saturate your market before like no one wants to show up for a year or two?
They don't want it, and then I
don't think this is like the good old days where like, back in the day, you could all of these other event promoters and the rest of it would be forced to put on local artists because they had access to nothing else, and so people just got played out here. People could like actively like low key fund a lot of their art using that kind of shit.
100%.
That has just disappeared.
Well,
let's just
talk
gone
about
out here, bro.
The art of paying artists to play a show, and not just artists, DJs.
Yeah.
Anybody that's making music, that's dead. Because this whole pay to play, hey, you make music. Do you want to sell 50 tickets? No, I don't want to. Isn't that your
And
job?
if you don't, you'll have to pay out.
Then you got to pay me to play.
I've seen some fucked up contracts.
We'll give you a 7 p.m. slot. 7 p.m.? I'm still getting ready. I've got to tell my friends and family to come out at 7 p.m. Or worse, we'll give you a 10:30 slot. So I got to tell my friends to come to the club for 7 p.m. and then they got to sit through 3 hours of people that they don't care about just to listen to my 15-minute set of songs they've already heard. That doesn't make that's going to be a one-time thing. They're not coming out to any more shows. And then you got to tell me that, wait, because the venues in Vancouver don't want to promote rap, so I got to go out to Chilliwack? I got to go out to Maple Ridge?
Yep.
I got to go out to Mission and tell my friends, hey, I'm doing a show at a dive bar. It's chill. Don't worry.
It's fun sometimes.
It's fun sometimes. Do you want to come out on a Wednesday night?
Absolutely.
From 7 to 11,
100%.
Listen to a bunch of people that, let's be real, music is for everybody, but music really isn't for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a subjective clause.
It's a subjective clause. So when you have a venue that tries to fill a slot with 14 rappers,
100%.
Each doing a 5-minute slot of the terrible songs, and there's only like 5 of them that are really good. And then you're telling me I have to tell my friends and family to sit through that? Do you think they're going to come to my next show? Do you think they're going to? No, they're going to wait till I go to Rogers Arena.
Absolutely.
They're going to wait till I'm playing out in Seattle, like other places. They're like, okay,
opening
now you made
something, you know? And I don't know, especially like, that's why I think that like the development in Vancouver really has to be like core infrastructure level.
Artist development.
Like, let's get these studios cheaper, higher quality, and the artists that are able to like really get their shit running proper. Like, I think it's going to come down to just the music. I think pure talent is the only thing that's going to survive this, like, what? We're getting like 4 million tracks a day being uploaded to Spotify.
But how much is quality?
1%?
That's oversaturation of the market.
But the sludge factor of the music industry now, I think is in full effect.
It's too much.
That like, even when I hit search shuffle on like a new playlist, unless it's like a top 1,000 artist, am I even gonna hear it?
Yo, I heard a statistic a couple years ago that shocked me.
Hit me.
Spotify.
Don't scare me, bro.
No, it's gonna scare you. On Spotify alone, I think there's at least, I think it was 6,500 Lil rappers, Lil blah blah blah, Lil blah blah blah, Lil blah blah blah, Lil blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So even that alone, with that just the name alone, oversaturating the market. How are you supposed to? Because like, let's be real. Remember when it was 2018 and we couldn't get on Spotify because we didn't know how. So you send that SoundCloud link to your friend,
absolutely, and it'll stay up for 3 years. You know what I mean?
100%. And
regardless of what's on it.
But then there was shame for that because then there was just like that term, and I hate this fucking term. SoundCloud rapper.
Absolutely.
What the fuck does that mean? What the fuck does a SoundCloud rapper?
But it means everything, bro.
But it means, but it's almost
it's that phenomenon you're saying. It's that,
You know
You're a
what I mean?
SoundCloud
Yours,
rapper?
and that was the
Yeah, I
difficult
mean-
part, because you're like, I'm making music. Here's my link. Oh, the minute
It's
you
on
see that SoundCloud link,
1000%. Yeah.
I'm not really gonna. You're
Absolutely.
not on Spotify. You're not
Yeah.
on Apple. I'm not gonna listen to
Yeah.
this. You know what I mean?
The ease
So,
of access portion of it too.
Artist
Also,
development.
just like, yeah, I think people just stopped listening to music that way. Even
people stopped listening to music for music, and people started listening to music for feeling. People, and I don't blame them, because the consumer these days, every day that I'm not making music, I'm looking around at the world and I'm like, oh my God, it is so bad.
1000%.
It is so bad. So
Yeah.
I get it when you're just like, I just worked a fucking 11-hour shift on a job
100%.
that I was told I was only going to work 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
I come home. I don't want to hear a struggle rap. I
100%.
don't want to hear a protest song.
Facts.
I just want to hear 808s,
100%.
maybe The Weeknd or Bruno Mars on a chorus, and just something that just gets me in the mood to feel happy. My mom always told me this, and it's something that like has lived with me for my entire life. And she told me, you have to eat Spam to afford ham. You know what I mean? And so that means if you have to sit for 2 or 3 years and watch everybody else make it, if everybody else is doing their thing, oh man, he made a great TikTok. Oh man, he made, they're blah, blah, blah. If you have to sit 3 years without making something to make something, when you finally drop it, that is amazing. That everyone's like, oh my fucking God, you got to eat that Spam
100%.
to fucking enjoy that ham, my
No,
guy.
fundamentally, bro. And I think it's that patience game. I think people
That's all
have
it is.
forgotten.
And as an artist, like we just had this conversation before this. As an artist, it's the hardest fucking thing.
Absolutely.
Because when you make your art, you're just like,
Yeah,
that's on to the next.
1000%,
You're just like, 'cause like, people.
No, it's because it's everybody's programmed for it now,
That's what it
to a
is. That's
certain
what it,
extent.
as
Like
you
we
start
see
as a
these
consumer.
blow up careers so often everywhere on TikTok, YouTube, and the rest of it. And damn, we know we can do the same too.
But what are you making music for? Are you making music to make music, or are you making music to blow up? Because I stopped making music
I've
to
seen
blow
enough
up.
mixed visions to do both and make it work. That
I find the true artists are the artists that don't make music to blow up. I'll be real with you. I didn't want to drop this tape. I didn't want to drop this album. You talk to anybody close to me, how many times I've told them I'm fucking done with music. I quit. I'm fucking done with music. And it's something that, like, if you're an artist, you can say that all you fucking want, but then they're 3 months down the line, your girl finds you in the studio, scribbling. Oh, no, this is dope. Like, I thought you were done with music. No, like, you can't be done with something that's part of you
100%.
so much. And when you do it like that, you're not doing it to blow up. You're doing it because it's an addiction.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? You can't help but make music.
I think it's the pattern of both, though. It's also figuring out what your consumer wants in a fucking billion people marketplace.
Yeah, but 1,000 artists will make 1,000 of songs and not have the idea of like, okay, how do I market this? My first 5 years, I made making music for 11 years. I made 5 years wasted because I made music to make music. I didn't understand the selling yourself part.
Yep.
I didn't understand the promoting yourself. I didn't understand that. I was just like, if you make good music,
100%.
they will listen to it, and then Dr. Dre will just listen to it, and then I'll just get signed.
The CD go do something.
Dude, we watch Hustle and Flow.
Absolutely.
It's just basically you drop a song, you get in the studio, everybody listens to it, you blow the fuck up.
Absolutely.
But no, people don't fucking talk about that artist development, that fucking 400,000 hours. You see the 1,000
Silent,
hours,
alone,
but
doing your
400,
fucking thing.
2 a.m. in the morning. Okay, I got
1000%.
this song. How do I make this song great, but not the song that I made last time? Better than the song that I made this time. Like
100%.
artist development. And if you're just sitting there being like, how do I make the next bop?
Absolutely.
How do I make the next banger? It's not going to work for you. Sure, you might make a little bit of wave, but like, I'm more about the respecting myself as a musician as I am about the fame and the fortune. It's a chase. It's always a chase.
Well,
it's
that's
like
half
happiness.
the fun, though. Absolutely.
Oh, that's the fun. I love
it's
this
that,
shit.
like, I don't know. It's not like we're gonna be able to master this shit one day, but like every moment in between, just learning,
dude,
kind of growing.
I love waking up and being like, oh shit, so that's trending.
Yeah.
What the fuck? How do
Why?
I learn that? Yeah.
How?
Why? How? Exactly.
You know, exactly.
Why? How?
1000%.
What is new? How do I get there? What is better? How do I like? Nah.
Absolutely.
The minute everything stays the same, fuck that.
100%. 100%. Stagnation.
Although Snoop Lion was a little much, you know.
He did a country album too, I think.
Oh, did he?
I think so.
Oh no.
I think so.
Oh no,
I got
you might
respect
be
for
right.
it.
No, I got respect for him.
Because he's
But
back
like,
on his just regular stoof
he's
shit like
just
it's
unk.
2003.
Yeah,
you know,
he's
like
unk.
yeah.
He's unk. I'm loving
Bro,
this.
I saw this guy catch like the craziest like.
Yo, you thought
like
football?
the football clip.
Yo, I saw
yeah,
that
bro.
shit. I thought he was gonna die.
Uncle Snoop.
I thought he was
Uncle
gonna
Snoop,
die, bro.
that's not Grandpa
he did a
Snoop,
roll
yeah.
too, and I was like, yo, this nigga's like 6'7".
He got up.
He got up, and then he did the
That means a
interview.
lot at his age.
Man,
That means a lot at his age.
Nah, we can all aspire to be Snoop Dogg
Big
by the
facts.
end of our time.
Big
You know what I
facts.
mean?
Big
Everything
facts.
you touch is gold.
That's perfection right there.
Oh,
that's when you've like reached the utopia of like the
He's
50s.
just doing
you
side
know?
quests.
That's a fact.
He doesn't
That's
give
a
a shit. He's like, what are you? What are you?
You know
gonna
who
tell
the
me?
fuck I am?
Wasn't he just the interviewer at the Golden Globes? Wasn't he just
Oh,
like?
I don't know.
He was hosting that shit or some
holy
shit.
shit.
This
That's
nigga-
hilarious.
Man, Snoop.
Super side questing.
Like I'm saying, you
Yeah.
become a great artist. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
1000%,
You can do whatever the fuck you
1000%.
want.
Doggy style too, you know? Like it's fascinating. It's fascinating.
I got kicked out of elementary school for that fucking
That's
shit.
fucking hilarious.
Yo,
You
because
mean the CD or some
because
shit
I brought
there?
that shit. No,
Yeah.
I brought the album, like the
Yeah.
CD, and my teacher saw the CD cover. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh
You
shit!
can't
It's a
be
nice little
passing that
doghouse.
around. You
It's a
can't
nice
be
little
passing that.
doghouse.
We're
Yeah.
in grade 4. What are
Yeah.
you doing? I got an older brother.
No, but he's talking about the socioeconomic reality in the hood.
He's talking about the black man's plight.
Take this away with me at your own risk. You know.
13-minute skit
No,
of a girl getting
1000%.
Yeah.
1000%.
Classics.
Nah, I think one of my cousins caught the beats for having like the 50 Cent
Oh my
like
god.
Get Rich or Die track.
Yo, remember when in the club, like remember that remember that video? I saw that shit the other day when he comes down.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god. My girl was like, "Why are you watching that? This
have
is so
to.
stupid." And I'm just like, you don't understand how iconic this
Yeah.
was as an artist. Like, be it 2005, seeing
Yeah.
50 Cent come down from the top. Go,
Yeah.
go,
In the
go.
white
You know?
suit, crazy.
I was like,
Yeah.
Eminem and
Yeah.
Dr. Dre and
Yeah.
dressed as
Yeah.
doctors. I was like, so he is a doctor? He created 50 Cent in a lab?
He saved them? He was there when the
He
shot
ripped
went
the
off?
shots. He
Damn.
saved them, you know?
Damn.
Yeah, no. So
Legendary shit,
No,
though.
when you can
Absolutely.
become a great artist, everything else is easy.
100%.
That artist
100%.
development. That's the key.
1000%. We talked about the past.
Yes.
We talked about the future a little bit.
Let's talk about the present.
I think we get to the present, bro. Yeah. And for an album that is 14 tracks, am I fucking that up?
17.
17.
I know. Too much.
I don't
gave
know.
him too
Also,
much. 2 years off though, I felt like that was necessary.
Yeah.
I was just like 17. I would never.
this
do
buys
that.
you another 2 years minimum.
That's what I was hoping. I was like, yo, I can dip it. I can.
See, now you're hungry. And I think you've also leveled up to a point where like it makes sense to. Because 3 years of music. Let's talk about the album before we get to what is going to be coming next. But
Yeah.
on that question of next, like you're probably so much more skilled than you were when a lot of these tracks were either being made, done,
To
or
be
completed,
honest
know?
with you, everybody has been telling me that
Yeah.
this is the best album that I've
absolutely.
made, like vocally and
track
shit.
for track, this was top
like,
tier.
This is like, and like, I hate to say it because I do love this album, but this is the
Yeah.
album that I made with like almost the less care. Because I was kind of just like every album
Was
that I
it
have
less
made.
care or just letting the intuition play more often?
I think it was maybe intuition because every album that I've made, I had a canvas and I was like, I'm going to paint a Mona Lisa. I'm gonna paint a Mona Lisa. But this one, I was just like, I'm gonna throw some fucking colors at the fucking
Got
canvas
you.
and
Okay.
just see what sticks. You know what I mean?
100%.
And like, it's not so much that it was less care;
Yep.
it was just less intent.
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm just gonna put together some songs that I like and just make some songs that I make. I'm not gonna make a hate album. I'm not gonna make like a struggle album. I'm not gonna make a bop album. I'm just gonna make a fucking a mixtape almost.
100%.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And like that's
Absolutely.
where that's where I'm just surprised with this blowing up like almost 10,000 in the first month.
Yep.
And I'm just like is this what artistry is? Like when you were talking about artist development, it took me this long to just now realize like, oh fuck, that's how you create an album. You don't come at it and be like, this is my intent. Not for everybody, but for
100%.
me. This is just like, okay, I need to like almost Warhol this
Yeah.
shit.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And
100%.
Yeah.
1,000 different images, 1,000 differences.
everything.
But
And
just,
just
like-
see what sticks.
But still the same kind of scheme going on.
Oh, 100. Like it's always a story.
Yeah,
it's
'cause-
always a story.
Absolutely. But I think there's also artists that get lost in the sauce a little bit too much. And when
Yeah, like, I don't get
that-
experimental.
Like, yeah, exactly. When that paint gets splattered, instead of
Yeah.
making the canvas this size, so it's beautifully framed in the rest of it, they'll go there with
Everything's
it,
too
you know?
else. Yeah, and that's when you got people looking at it and be like, I
Absolutely.
can kind of see what you're doing,
Yeah.
but like, what are you doing?
So I wanted to kind of chat thematically of what this album was then, because I know that like you picked what you wanted to, you set it up the way you did, but
Okay, do
There
you
was
want
still a
the
guiding
honest
ethos.
answer, or do you want the media friendly answer? Do you want the artist trained answer? Okay, the artist trained
Will you do
answer
both?
was
Will you do both
yeah,
for
yeah.
me?
I'll give
That's
you the, yeah,
fascinating.
yeah. So the artist trained answer was, I just wanted to make art that was
Yeah.
great,
Absolutely.
and give it to the consumer.
100%.
The real Shabazz
Yeah.
answer is, I got fucking tired of nobody dropping something that was significant. I was just
Nah, I
like, yo,
respect that. I
outside
respect
of
that.
like,
I respect
shout
that.
out
I
to
respect
Fleetwood
that.
Huey,
Yeah.
but like outside of him dropping
Yeah.
his Icarus tape, I was like, yo, like I literally like I quit. I was like, I was done with music. It wasn't a 2-year break.
Whoa,
It was like,
okay.
I'm done. Like I can't chase this TikTok shit.
Yeah.
I don't know what people are doing after pandemic.
Yeah.
I can't do this no more. And then I was like, I still have to make music. So I made
100%.
one song, and then I made another song, and then I made another song, then I started getting features. And then I listened to what I was making, and I was like, this is fucking substantially better
Absolutely.
than everything that I'm hearing, not only out of my city,
Yeah.
but like just as a rap product itself, just like as a like a classic album. It's like, what the hell is going on? Why is nobody making anything? Then we got caught up with the Kendrick Drake beef, and it was just beef raps for like the last
100%.
year. And I was like, this isn't where we're supposed to be. So I just got pissed, and I was like, okay, I have one song that I wanted to drop, but I have a whole album around it. Fuck it, let's just drop the album and see
Absolutely.
if people get to the song. And then when everyone was like, yo, this is a great tape, I was like, yo, this is how you're supposed to do it. This is what you do. You don't just fucking chase, you don't just make some
100%.
crap.
You set a fucking
You
example.
set an example, you know what I mean? So like that's kind of what this album was.
Yep.
It was just like, okay, I could do I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Yep.
Take whatever the time off. I can go learn rollerblading.
100%.
Go become a fucking top billiard
Absolutely.
fucking player. Come back to this rap shit
Yeah.
and show you motherfuckers what you're supposed to do.
100%.
That's what this tape was. But
Okay.
as an artist, as a humble artist,
Yeah,
I was just trying to make
As a
something
good guy.
beautiful. Yeah, as a good guy.
guy.
I was
Facts.
just trying to make some good
Yeah.
music for the consumer to eat. You know that scene from Rick
No,
and
but you're
Morty
just a
where
contemporary
Morty's
looking
like,
for more. You're a contemporary looking for more.
yeah, and
from
I'm
the
just like,
competition
I know you
around
got good artists. I know you got good
Absolutely.
music out there.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing?
100%.
You know what I mean?
Where's the
Don't- get
care?
your
Where's
head
the
out of your-
package?
Yeah, get
Exactly.
your head out of your ass. You know what I mean? Make some fucking
You
music.
can't stand your own way of your own career. There's plenty of other men and women that are gonna do that for you. You know,
Everybody else.
To be
And
honest.
then I dropped it. It was beautiful because
Yeah.
like I dropped it. My birthday's
Yeah.
January 4th.
Legendary.
And I was like, you know what? Should
Happy
I should
belated.
like,
Happy
thank
belated.
You, thank you. And I was like, should I wait for the preem time, summer, spring?
Absolutely.
And I was like, no. Like January is almost kind of like that's what I wanted. I wanted a statement. I'm like, first thing of the fucking year.
Yep.
Wake the fuck up.
Yep.
Look at the music.
Yeah.
This is how you start.
Remind
the
them it's
fucking year.
2026 and the world looking the way it is. You know what I mean?
But like it was almost perfect too because
Absolutely.
I had this locked in. I already
Yeah.
locked it on DistroKid like a year ago
Got
on January
you.
4th, and then everyone
Whoa.
starts doing this. Yo, remember 2016? And I was like, that's perfect. My music is classic.
Oh,
My
shit,
music
you're
is
right.
that 2K16 when
Yeah.
people were making real hip hop, and I'm like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
perfect.
yeah,
January,
yeah.
you love it. And then I had to
Absolutely.
time it. And I was like, I know Trump's gonna do some crazy shit, and I know some crazy
Yep.
music's gonna drop.
Yep.
So I gotta time it between like, is Trump gonna invade Canada or some shit, or is like, you know,
Still on the table as of this episode.
Exactly. We are still Canada as
We are
of
still.
this episode.
I'm still a Canadian citizen.
As of this episode. I'm really glad this album fucking. I'm really glad the way it came out. I'm
No,
really glad the way
100%,
it dropped.
absolutely.
Fucking 10K.
Yo, okay, a whole other portion of it though is that like why not push this album heavy when the summer comes back? You know, I don't like this.
Because-
I don't like this artist just giving up. This is not the olden days
Yeah,
where
you're
like
right.
you only had one chance with these albums after spending the time, the marketing budgets, and everything that y'all do on this shit.
So from my take, and I don't say this for every
Yes.
artist, but from my take,
Yes.
I respect my fans.
Yeah.
Enough to really, like, I don't know how the consumer takes music these days.
Yeah.
So I assume I drop a tape and then for 6 months they're listening to that and then they're like, what's next?
But what about all the other new fans that could accrue because you're
Like we said, I'm not in
kinda
this for the
focusing on
fame.
this.
I'm in this strictly like if there's new fans that want to come, 100%. I'm the worst at selling myself.
I just don't like seeing everybody give up on their projects as quickly as they do.
I don't
when
say it's give up. On this tape, I will say on the other tapes, you were 100%. I gave up on those. I was like, those are trash.
And that's fine, but
On
this is not
tape,
one you
this
can.
is more
This is
my
special.
classic. This is more my like.
And it's a
you can't tell me nothing.
Absolutely.
Like this is more like I
Absolutely.
don't mind not promoting it because
Yeah.
I'm just like if somebody says, "Oh, on my
Okay.
next tape, what you can't do?"
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. I made
Yeah.
that scene on TV.
Yeah.
You clearly don't know who I am, but you're
100%.
right. I do need to give this tape the love. Like you said, it's been
The
out
tracks
for
are
3
too
weeks.
good.
It's 3 weeks, and I already
Yeah.
feel like it's been 2 years.
Absolutely.
But
But you've been listening to him that long.
Oh,
and okay,
especially
let's
mixing
segue
and
to the next
mastering
portion
it.
of the conversation. We probably got like 3 minutes left or some stupid shit. Fuck. Okay, so you mix and master this shit yourself
Yeah,
too.
so that's
you
the
know
thing.
how like fucking disturbing, like
So
insanely musically
I've been
talented
told
is?
that. I've been told that it's like that crazy that you did
Incredible.
that. I didn't do that for the props. I did that because, and this is like shout out to Cody Macasep, DJ Billy Bishop. This was one thing that like nailed me on my third album in. He was going through some family stuff, and I had just dropped an album, and I was like, "You're mixing and mastering it," and I was calling him at like 2 a.m., like 5 p.m., like all hours, and be like, "Yo, like, what is this track done? Can you send me this? Can you send me this?" And then I realized, like, I didn't learn to mix and master for the props. I learned it because like I was turning into an asshole because I was like, "Yo, these producers." Have their whole lives doing their own thing. They're not, this is my music. This isn't their music. They're doing this because they
100%.
love music,
Yeah.
but this isn't their music. So they're not going to care about this at 3 a.m. on a Tuesday. I am. I'm up at night and be like, where's that fucking song?
100%.
So to save anybody that I work with as a producer the headache, I was like, I don't want to be, because I'm an asshole. I'm
Revision
OCD.
95 type shit. You might as well just
100%. I'm just like, where's my music?
Yeah,
Where's my music?
yeah,
Where's
yeah,
my
yeah,
music?
yeah.
And I'm like, I'll just do it myself so that I'm not bugging people. So I'm
Absolutely.
not bothering them and be like, hey,
Absolutely.
you broke up with your girl, you need the week? That's fine. I can mix and master this shit
100%.
myself.
Absolutely.
So that's where it really came from. And then to hear everybody say, wow, this is really good. Like every time I mix and master something, I'm scared that it's going to be like, yo, are you sure you played it on like all speakers? Are you sure it doesn't sound like shit on your headphones or something?
Yeah.
So like I do appreciate that, but like it wasn't for the props. It was strictly for like the headache. I love my producers and I don't want to
But
be
it's also
calling
such
them.
a unique and like kind of like fundamentally important aspect of
I
the
think
craft that
every
you do,
artist
you
should
know?
learn 3 things. I think every artist should learn. Rapper should learn how to beatbox before you ever touch the mic. That's the first thing I learned. I was like, I love beats. I don't know how to make beats. Learn how to beatbox.
Yep.
Second thing you need to learn is artist development. Learn how to sell yourself.
Yep.
You know, and that's not just with artists. That's like life. If you're going
Absolutely.
outside of your door trying to get something in this world, you have to sell yourself. And then the third thing that I would say, and sorry producers, I would say learn how to mix and master yourself.
Yep.
Build a home studio, build some sort of something. It doesn't have to be perfect, but build something where you can utilize it at all hours of the day. Because that's the only way this album came out.
100%.
And there was 2 a.m.s, 3 a.m.s where I was like, I need to get in the studio. I don't want to be.
And that's why it sounds as good as it does, to be honest.
It was
like we all like I feel like as artists we talk about this like chase of perfection so much too. And I'm gonna add a 4th point to that. Every artist needs to learn to chase that too. Because that comes with the ego, that comes with the drive, that comes with like again, that 3 a.m. night where like, yo, I'm gonna put this shit away, go to sleep. You kind of turn back towards it and be like, one more revision.
I think we need to
One
talk
more
about
attempt,
that,
you know?
but most importantly, the balance of that is you
Yeah.
need to have people like you,
Yes.
people like Colin, people that are saying, hey, tether.
Yeah.
Because
True.
I will create so many songs and
Yeah.
I don't want to drop any of them because like,
Absolutely.
this is trash.
Yo,
This is
some of my
trash.
favorite artists in this city got vaults.
And they're just like,
Vaults.
this is trash, this is trash, this is trash. Because as an artist,
Yeah.
you're your worst critique.
100%.
So you need to have that
Absolutely.
hunger for perfection.
The trusted voices, the
But
kind
you
of
need to
trusted
have that
counsel.
person say, this
Absolutely.
is perfect.
1,000%.
You cooked.
Yeah.
Fucking serve.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Without
100%.
y'all, without people like this, without Palm, without
Yeah.
interviews, without motherfuckers being like, yo, you're doing it's not
Yeah.
dick riding.
Absolutely.
It's not like, because there's a difference between dick riding and there's a difference between promotion. This is like you're living your
Yeah.
entire life and you stopped your life, you saw what I was doing, and you're like, I fuck with that.
And
I want
fundamentally,
to help.
we enjoyed the shit out of it.
That's all it is. That's what I let. Those are my
Absolutely.
fans. That's what I find as a
Absolutely.
fan. I don't like as you push stream. I love you, but as a fan, I fuck with you if you're just like, you're good, you can do more, or you're good, you did great. You know what I mean?
And it's also like, holy shit, this was great. What's the next shit gonna be like?
See, that's the itchy part.
know?
That's the itchy part. Because, like you said, mixing and mastering this, I've already heard
Yeah.
this before I dropped the tape. I already
Yeah.
heard this 500 times. So when everybody's
Yeah.
like, "Yo,
You are
play that
fully-
song,"
yeah,
I'm just like, I don't
absolutely.
want to ever hear
A
this.
thousand
fucking
percent,
thing.
a
And
thousand
like me, like I
percent.
don't know if I'm the weird artist, but like I don't like to hear myself.
Yeah.
After I'm
no,
done,
okay, give it some time. That's what I've heard from
is
other
that
like,
something
artists
that I
out
need to
here.
grow? Yeah.
Like,
Because I've never
it's too
had
new.
that.
It's
I've
too
never
new.
had that.
You've
No, but all
legitimately
my
heard-
projects.
You've legitimately heard these tracks too often.
Yeah.
And I think maybe the older tracks is for different reasons, but for this one, I think it's just a recency bias.
Sit on the
Give it until the summer and one more project in between, and like when you made this classic for yourself first and foremost.
But it is for everybody.
It is. It is.
It is for everybody.
I think this sort of album will stick with you in your career forevermore. You know.
I'm hoping
you're gonna go to these tracks, the videos, the content run, this kind of stuff, where we're talking about it all.
The content run
we really did our fucking shit here.
The content run was impressive. That's the most impressive part for me because I don't do content.
I heard it was like the preparation was there, like all of that, you know.
When it was last year, I came through here and I showed y'all. I was like, "Yo, I got a calendar."
Yeah.
I was like, "I don't know if it's gonna work. I don't know if the drop's gonna work, but like, I have a plan."
Absolutely.
And the fact that y'all were just like, "Yo, like you didn't know me for shit." Like, but y'all didn't know me for shit, but you're all like, he's a little cocky, but he's got something.
He was spitting. We had some good conversation outside.
That was all the smoke, the weed, the fucking dog. That was all I needed. Just being
1,000%.
like, all right, it's the tether.
Yeah.
It's the tether. It's just being like, hey, this motherfucker is a hot air balloon.
Yeah.
You can't let this motherfucker float to the stratosphere.
Absolutely.
Bro.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Hey, maybe it's probably we're cutting off soon. I think that's a camera battery going too. We're fucked, bro.
Dog.
Okay, so ended off, big shout outs Fleetwood Huey on his album as well.
Yes, respect.
Talk about the tethering near the sun and the Icarus kind of
moment. Yeah. That's where honestly, as far as like artists, I know there's a lot of people out here, but as far as artists in Vancouver, fucking if you're not fucking with me, you gotta fuck with Fleetwood Huey. Like that kid, but
y'all got me excited about hip hop out here again. And this one that you dropped, I feel like Fleetwood's he's gonna come back to match.
You know, I fucking love him because he messaged me the minute I dropped this. He's the only person that messaged me on some like, yo, you did your thing. I'm gonna do better next time. And that's what I love about him, because he was the only artist that was like, yo, this made me this. I need to bar down.
Absolutely.
You know, like he 100%. Said that shit. He's like, yo, I need to like, I can do better than your album.
The imagery of like the fucking manhole cover comes down. It's just like you're in the bunker to work. You know?
I told him, I'm just like, well, we like Zoolander, like you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like Owen Wilson and Zoolander, bro.
100%.
And we're just like, yeah, I love that kid because it's competition. I was just like, yo, we on that like the Control. Kendrick verse. 100%. This shit is for everybody. And we're all friends, but don't forget, like I'm trying to body you.
100%.
And like, that's why I love, like, especially like how young he is as far as artist development. He's where I am now at his age. Absolutely. And that's the scary thing about him. 100%. He's fucking terrifies me.
Absolutely.
And I don't want to fuck with nobody that doesn't terrify me as an artist.
I feel that. And I feel like the feelings probably go like
100%. If I don't feel like he's 100%. At my heels biting and being like, yo, the minute you fucking slow down, you know I'm going to eat you alive.
Absolutely.
I love that shit.
100%.
I love that shit. So yeah, shout out to Fleetwood.
Steel fundamentally, and like
that's all
I think both you boys know it's about the artistry above all, which
makes it,
you know,
that's all it is.
That's just competition. It's more fun. It's more Steel. Okay. Let me ask you what your favorite track was, and maybe we'll end it off here then.
Favorite track on the tape?
Yeah.
Personally,
the artist track, in your opinion.
My favorite track, because I wrote it and it was like the beginning of it, Bird's Eye. But my favorite as a musician would have to be As Seen on TV, the title track with Traffic, only because of the Traffic's verse. This is the closest that I know and that I have been to Kendrick Lamar. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And like anybody that knows me knows, like everybody that knows rap, like he's the fucking GOAT, right?
Absolutely.
So like this is the closest. Like I the minute I messaged him, I was like, yo, I'm just gonna throw a message. I don't think he's gonna reply.
100%.
Like I was like, I don't fucking like this guy's not gonna reply.
Absolutely.
And he hits me back and he's like, yo, the when he messaged me, he was actually on set for Kendrick Lamar's Squabble Up video.
Oh,
yeah.
Shit.
And I was like, no way.
Yeah.
No fucking way. And then I saw the video and I was like, that's you in the fucking oh, okay. And then he actually gave me a pretty good price for the feature.
Yep.
And so that alone, because knowing that at some point maybe
100%.
Kendrick will have or has already like been like, oh, okay, like what are my friends doing?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay, you know,
interesting. This is
crazy.
Who's this
Who's this actor?
Shabaaz,
That's the only thing. So as seen on TV,
that,
as seen on TV, has got to be the track.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The hat go crazy too with it.
Oh yeah. Did I cop you one yet or
no?
Okay, I might have something in my car for you.
I
got you one. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, no, everybody that's supporting me on this shit.
Thank you.
This is love, baby.
Appreciate you. Same on Iron, bro. Maybe we cut it here. Crazy album. I know Colin's got 101 things to say after this as well, so it's gonna be a second interesting conversation. But
yes, sir.
From Palm Street, from the city, from like just a hip hop head, fan, and lifelong supporter out here. Thank you for this.
Appreciate you.
I think this was one of the realest albums I've heard in a long motherfucking
All
time.
I'm trying to do is give y'all
And
real. All
absolutely.
I'm trying to do. And the next one, now we're gonna talk about it, but on the next one, it's gonna be the same thing. No
I
problem.
believe so 10 times over.
Will have to
We're
take a
hearing some
vacation.
interesting cats are hopping on whatever tape gets built. So
Well,
I don't know. Maybe we don't leak too much. Maybe we don't leak too much.
Yeah, we got people. I got people that I've got in mind right now.
Yeah.
I got people I got in mind, but I'm not gonna spill too much.
That's it for tonight. Thank you so much, Palm Street, calling behind the cameras. Appreciate it. And this was Hash, and we're live from Palm Street Studios. Thank you, brother.
Appreciate you.